Hi guys, I'm May Elizabeth, and in this video I want to talk about our standard everyday greeting when we see someone, when we email them, etc. The standard greeting is hello, and I find it more than a coincidence and more than ironic that this greeting has the word hell. And it's funny because I have mentioned this, and well, to NPCs, you know, whatever you say that is outside of their standard box of downloads, you know, they just look at you like you have 9 heads. But at least that's the look that I usually get. But people that are on the same frequency as us, some of them have never even thought about this, so I thought I would share it. I just find it fascinating that some of the words that we use in our everyday vocabulary, in our everyday grammar discussions, kind of like good morning is similar to morning, like with mourning. That's another one. But hello, okay, so for me, this is what I've gathered in my research is an H, a large H, is very similar to the hangman. And then you have L. L is for God, a male god, like in Israel, E-L. And double L is like you see in the word hell, obviously, and which denotes hell. It's very obvious. It's right there. There's no denying that. And then what is the O? Okay, so here's what I think that the O is. The O is very significant. The O is, and I will expand more on this later, but the O is the ring around our world. The O is our world. There's a movie that I have not actually seen the whole thing, but Hunger Games. And she, Jennifer Lawrence, who is actually someone that I've met in my work, and I think, I don't know if she's a real person, but she was very friendly. And anyway, what was I saying? So she was in a movie. There's a scene where she says, "It's a clock. It's a clock," and everybody's always about the shape of the earth. It's flat, it's round, and I just did a video on that about consciousness, and that we're really just in a state of consciousness. And this all ties in with that, because the consciousness in which we are, the construct in which we are in, is a hellish realm. And I know that may sound negative, yeah, I mean, but even if you have the best of everything, even if you have everything you want, you know, a huge home, 3 cars, a boat, I don't know, material things, it's all material. But even if you have everything, there's still so many suffering. And I would say majority are suffering. And there's a lot of suffering, obviously, that we don't even see. In any major city now, you can see the suffering. And where I'm going with this is that it's a hellish realm, and we say hello. And I find that to be more than a coincidence. And there's many, many words, dark words that we use. And somehow this upholds this construct, this frequency. And another one that's interesting to me is high, because it's also a hangman, capital H, and then a small I. And thanks to a new friend of mine named Peter, the small I looks like a little man with a head. If you chop his head off, then you have a big I. And I find that to be fascinating too. And I actually think that every letter of the alphabet, some are obvious, S, snake, serpent, you know, like the hiss sound. Some are very blatantly obvious, and some are little trickier. And my goal is to discover what each and every single one means. It's not that many letters if we think about it. It's like 26 characters. But English is the universal language, and I believe it's Saturnian. I believe it's satanic. I believe in its root. It comes from a place of some duality, but mostly evil. Live is evil. That's an easy one, right? Devil, lived. We know, I think most people, I don't know. I really don't know, but I would think that they figured these out. But, you know, it's interesting because I have friends that I talk to. I'm thinking of one close friend right now. And, you know, when you say these sorts of things, they don't understand the symbolism. You can watch any Hollywood movie, you know, and I don't watch it for entertainment because they're not entertaining, let's just be honest, in general. But they're entertaining from a research point of view. There is so much symbolism, so much hidden in plain sight. The occult likes to give each other these codes. I do know this in my research. These are codes that they give to each other. Language, symbols, we know hand gestures, gematria, numbers. They are big on numbers. They're big on dates. They're big on the zodiac. They use the zodiac. But a lot of people don't think about just the letters and the words that we use every day. There are so many. And what a great way for them to hide their codes inside of a word, you know, while they mock us. The slave system, while they mock us. And which is really infuriating because I do know that they think they're superior. And I do encounter, and I will do another video on this, I do encounter these sorts of people in my line of work. And I will expand on that more. I'm still a very new channel. But I do have a background in etymology and rhetoric and language. And these words come to me, these letters, and I'm discovering more and more. I'm creating, I've got notebooks filled, and I have a lot more to come. But this is a short video. I just wanted to talk about the word hello, and I do not think it is by mistake. I think it is a dead giveaway, no pun intended, to what it means and to where we are. And I don't mean that to be so negative, but it is a bit of a negative energy. Those of us that are here in the truth community, not all of us, because I actually have figured out that there are a lot, and I'm disappointed, but there's a lot of controlled opposition, and I'm hearing that more and more. Those that we've known and loved and trusted over the years may be very well paid by the dark side to keep us in line, because that's a great way to keep us, you know, in control, is just to have the bad guys have some good guys in there. And those smaller people that are just starting, like myself and other people, I think are a little bit more trustworthy and genuine and have real spirits. So the word hell and the word high, in addition, these are something to think about. I mean, we have to talk, we have to write, but I think it's fascinating just when I've discovered it's even bigger than a light bulb. I feel a little bit of excitement, not in necessarily a good way, but just I'm glad that they can't get so much over on me. I'm glad that it's unraveling, and I've figured out a lot of their hidden symbolism. And I'm sure that other people have too, but maybe some people have not thought about these things, and I have more words to come in the next video. And thank you for listening.